4 signs that you may not be ready to date yet as a single parent. Okay, so what are the 4 signs? Number 1, trauma. Did you experience any trauma growing up as a child? Maybe you didn't have a father figure or a mother figure. Maybe you felt neglected in some type of way, or you had a very traumatic experience, accident, whatever the reason may be. Have you dealt with that trauma yet? Secondly, did you recover from your past relationship? And I mean recover emotionally, mentally. Did you seek the help that you need to recover from that? A lot of times you want to move on to the new relationship, or but you're not emotionally ready. You have to heal from that hurt so that you don't go and hurt somebody else. Have you forgiven that person? And have you taken responsibility for what part of that was your fault? Sign number 2, baby mama drama or baby daddy drama, as they say it out there. Have you forgiven that person, as I mentioned before? Are you guys in an amicable place where you can deal with each other for the sake of your children? If you're not, you may not be ready to move on to a new relationship. You don't want to drag someone else. You don't want to drag someone else into the issues that you currently are experiencing. This is something that needs to be resolved before you decide to move on to a new relationship. And it may be frustrating to hear that person may not be cooperating, but it needs to be at least amicable, or it needs to be at least to where this new person in your life is not going to be affected by this. Just put yourself in that person's shoes, and how would you react if you have to come into a relationship and experience all of this? Sign number 3, stability. Are you in a good place with your career? Are you in a good place with your job? Are you in a good place with your finances, with your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, and your physical well-being? When you do meet someone, when you are ready to date, you need to make sure that you are bringing the best version of yourself. Another thing I want to mention is discipline. Are you disciplining your children? Are you making sure that you are doing your best as a parent, and that your children are in good places? You cannot focus your time and energy and attention into a new relationship until you have your household in order first. So this is very important. Are you and your children ready for that next step? Number 4, faith. To me, this is very important. Having your relationship with God be number 1. Well, this should be number 1 on the list, but having your relationship with God be number 1 is the most important thing. Because spiritually, you want to be in a good place. If you are really looking for a godly marriage, a godly relationship, then God needs to be number 1. You know, in the Bible, in Ecclesiastes 4:12, it says, a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. So when you put God first in your relationship, you have a better chance of that relationship, of that marriage actually succeeding, because it's being led by God, right? You've tried things out of God's way. You've tried things on your own, and let's be honest, it didn't work out the way you thought. Or maybe you chose for yourself and you decided not to include God in your plans, and that's why, you are where you are. But that's okay. As long as you're working on yourself now, on being the best version of yourself, that's what's important now. So, with that said, I encourage you, if you're a single mother right now and you're really ready to make the change, and you're really ready to heal from the trauma, let go of the past, move on and live the best life that you can, and prepare yourself for a real marriage, I'm going to leave my link below. Be blessed.